We are live. I'm just getting a little top up before we begin. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here at Call the Dice. We have been made affiliate, so yay, that's pretty awesome. We're also 15 followers away from reaching 100. So, yay! Emotes! I haven't managed to make any specific emotes yet, but they are coming. They are coming. So there's only the ones that we've unlocked that are like defaults. Let's see. We will also be getting channel points that you'll be able to see on the bottom left of your chat. So I'm just going to tell you guys now, players, that yeah, you are not allowed to buy rewards for yourself. Sorry, that is not how it works. So, first and foremost, welcome to Dangerous Cults and Where to Find Them. We are a actual play stream, RPG stream, playing Call of Cthulhu, The Masks of Nyarlathotep by Chaosium. And disclaimers first, there will most likely be swearing and language in general. There will be elements of horror and blood and violence and gore described, and there may also be elements of racism. We endeavour to treat all of these topics with as much sensitivity and respect as possible, and should we fail to do so, please let us know so that we can fix things and make it right. Also, because we have channel points now, the called dice thing is from now on going to be made moot, more or less. However, I know that a few of you have some called dice that you've saved up, and I don't want you to lose those. So, if you're in the chat now, you will have the opportunity to gift those to the players. However, it will be our players' job to convince you why you should give your call die or dice to them. So that's going to be part of their introduction today. They will have to plead for their dice. And the dice that are given to them today will be theirs for the taking and for their use until they are used up. The rewards, however, that are unlocked during a stream, if you look down, you'll see that there are a few custom rewards here. And one of them, the first one, is luck points, which costs 100 channel points. By choosing that, you can award 5 luck points to a player of your choice. You can choose reroll, which is 300 channel points, and that gives a player a reroll. And then there's the reroll with bonus die, which is 500 channel points, and that will give a player a reroll with the bonus die. Any of these rewards that are given during a stream must be used during said stream, or they will disappear. And this is to avoid our players to have to sit down and note down and keep tabs on whether they had stuff from the last stream and so on and so forth. Let's see. There are also a few restrictions for how many times you can choose these rewards. The rerolls, you can choose once during a stream, 1 reroll and 1 reroll with bonus die. The luck points have no restrictions. There is also a total restriction for rerolls during the stream, which is 5 for a normal reroll and 5 for a reroll with bonus die. So should you pick that award and it's already reached the max restriction, then... Oh, thank you, Fud! Thank you very much. I am working on getting some badges up. So, yay! What was I saying? Yeah, should you pick an award and the restriction maximum has been reached, you will be notified of this and no channel points will be withdrawn from you there. Yes. Yay! I am working on some badges, so there will be some pretty cool badges coming your way.
Did you say cool pitches?
Badges.
Badges, right.
For
I
our
thought
subscribers.
You said, legit thought you said bitches. Pretty cool pictures on their way soon.
Badges. Cool badges. Yes.
Badger.
Some of you will also notice that there is a new thing in the window on my... yeah, on your right. My left, but yeah, whatever. And this is our new and fancy clue board, which all our players have access to. This is where all the digital handouts will go up, so that you players can kind of see them visualized. There is also the fact that it looks like the restrictions for Oslo might be slacked up a little bit by the time we have our next stream, which means that we can go back to streaming as per usual with everyone present, which makes a lot of things a lot easier.
And I can hit Hulda. What? Priorities.
You can certainly try.
There's no try. There is do or fuck
Ladies and
around.
gentlemen and gentledom, she's a DM. But yes, we have a clue board now, so that's over here. And yeah, I think with that, I think we should just start with introductions. Hi, my name is Rin, also known as Rin Beastie Online. I am the keeper of Arcane Law, and I run this game and subject these wonderful players to countless and unspeakable horrors. And speaking of Hulda, could do with a small bump in the sound volume. Okay.
Unspeakable horrors. Archie's like, challenge accepted.
I will not be pleading.
Because I have the mic away from me.
Yeah.
Because I was eating dinner, that's why I'm a bit...
This explains. I will not be pleading any cases for any cold dice because I have enough of terrible awfulness to throw at the players. Besides, whenever I'm a keeper, I tend to roll really well. And it's ridiculous, so I don't need them. But with that, let's go to Rick.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name's Rick, also known as Kazael Online. The most hard thing to pronounce, apparently, as I found out recently. Yeah, I play Archie, which, if you're not familiar with, Archie is kind of like a mix of Indiana Jones, Superman, and just anyone is better. I think, personally, I mean, I might be biased, that I deserve your points. Archie deserves your points. Because otherwise your points are going to go to a snot-nosed pygmy. That's Hulda, by the way. Or an overprivileged debutante. Or failutante. That's Peggy, just in case. Sorry. And of course a someone who ran away from battle. That's also Hulda.
This is the one who opened the door.
So yeah, that's why I think you should give the points to me, because otherwise you might as well just flush them down the toilet. Yeah? Without paper. I rest my case. Thank you.
Wow.
I am so fucked. Hashtag no regrets.
I'm terribly sorry. I just noticed that the chat had gone AWOL from the stream, so I'm
So
just
that's
gonna...
0 for the Rick then. I love it.
There
That's
we
the
go.
one they went able.
Wow, our viewers went down. It's okay. I do this for a
Well,
living.
I think with that, with all the shit thrown her way, we can go on to Hulda.
What are you gonna say?
Hi, my name is Hulda. I play Aisling Bernal, Archie Bernal's younger sister. The more attractive, successful, and the better one of the two, obviously. Why you should give me dice? One of the reasons is, of course, to not give Archie anything. So it'll be, helpful in keeping it Archie free, which I think a lot of us can be agreeing on, especially when he's so adamant on not working with anyone and throwing so much hurtful comments and words at the friends and the people that are trying to save him. So I think as the person who is obviously the brains, next to, of course, the beautiful Peggy Lynch and Sergeant Thomas Cooper, that we are definitely more deserving of the dice than him. And why Aisling should be more deserving of the dice is because she has done so much to try to deal with her brother and is in need of a break.
What?
Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry. What? I'm very sorry. For some reason,
My speech was so good.
I'm terribly sorry.
The entire stream.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I was trying to click something outside the Discord window. No, the Streamlabs window. And it went AWOL. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that is me. That is my speech. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Over to the next wonderful person, since it won't be Archie.
Yeah. Hilda's speech was too powerful. That's why that happened.
Hashtag-
It could not be allowed to be that powerful. So.
Roseberry just got a sub.
Yes, I know. I noticed. So that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Apparently it was the shit talking that did it. I mean, we provide a valuable service.
The stream couldn't take it.
Now you broke the internet.
I broke the internet. I typed Google into Google and broke the internet.
did that actually
The
work?
No, it's the IT crowd
Oh.
reference.
I knew that.
Okay, moving on to Peggy. Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy, and I'm a genre cosplayer on basically every social platform. I have too many socials. And I play Peggy Andrew.
Yes.
Recently Andrews. We will find out how. Why I deserve the cold dice. Well, I'll put it very simply. Peggy's the one that usually fights and wins. But when she doesn't, it's in a critical moment. So she needs all the help she can. So she can be the best. And save everyone.
Apparently, Peggy's volume's a bit low as well.
It's because she's sharing the mic with Teddy. That is why.
Just increase the sensitivity.
Better now?
Sure.
I thought that was.
I just have to project.
Let's try it.
There we go.
Maybe?
I will fix Peggy's or Evie's character name later on. I thought I had updated it, but yeah. So sorry about the visual swapping around of stuff. Anyway, moving on to Teddy. Last but not least.
Yeah.
My name is Teddy. You can find me as the classic Teddy Gamer on most social platforms. I am the muscle of the group. That's Sergeant Thomas Cooper, the World War I veteran formerly from Australia, now doing work for the French for Legion. He has recently been busy studying to become a field medic as well as a soldier. So,
Can't hear him.
all the other characters, they have good reasons for
Can't hear him.
the guys, but Cooper has both the guns and the medic skills. So if you want the other characters to survive, you give the points to Cooper.
Let's see.
Quick enough.
Huh, I can't hear Teddy's words at all. That's odd. Let's see.
Well, I think that because one of them broke the internet and the other two could be barely heard, that I should win by default.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I broke the internet
yeah.
because
We
I
need
was
all the help we
so
can
good.
get.
Teddy, could you speak a little bit again? I'm gonna see if I can.
How is it now?
Dude.
Could have turned the game the wrong way around. Could be it.
Because I can hear you fine, but let's see.
Is that through Discord though?
So to
Let's
talk
see.
until it's
User
something is
volume.
earned.
I'm gonna turn the user volume up there. And let's
I'm just gonna
see.
go to the kitchen and just give my dish back so I have more space.
Yes.
So give me 2 seconds.
Excellent.
2 to 1.
Put it on mute. That's not put on
I
mute.
was like 2 to 1 says she comes back with more food.
So should be sound in it.
Yeah, noticeably lower than the others. I've tried to boost your audio and Ivy's audio as well. So
Well, it's picking it up. It's just not caning it.
yeah. Oh, now you're completely gone.
Yeah,
So
What did you
that's
do?
the loudest.
this is the highest setting. Is that better?
I
Is
think
there any sound now? We're gonna just keep talking until we hear a
yes.
confirmation. All right.
Excellent.
Maxed out.
So should me and Ivy do it again, or
Yeah,
Let's-
if you
Okay.
wouldn't mind, because at least you, because you were difficult to hear for a lot of people. So
okay? I will take Cooper's.
yes.
So yes, I'm playing Sergeant Cooper, World War I veteran, formerly from Australia, now working for the French Foreign Legion. He has recently been studying to become a field medic as well, which means he's both the muscle and damage dealer, as well as their only healer. So if you want to keep Aisling, Peggy, and Archie alive,
You lost me at Archie.
yeah, I know. But if you want to keep at least Peggy and Aisling alive, maybe also Archie, the points should go to Cooper.
But if Peggy shoots better,
She doesn't.
she doesn't have to get hurt.
Yeah, but if
Would
I
that
if I
be a
solve
shooter?
the mystery quicker with my high intelligence, then maybe we wouldn't land in the trap in the first place.
Yeah, that doesn't work in practice.
Yeah,
Especially
how
when
did that work last?
Yeah.
By solving the mystery, also possibly awaken the big bad, and then
Yeah,
you
but-
need something to shoot it.
And who's Exactly.
Okay. But we need to find, to roll high intelligence to find the its weaknesses. It's kryptonite.
I bet you its kryptonite is me. Yeah, vote Archie.
That we're just going to throw Archie at it.
Wait.
So.
Oh god. Don't yeet the Archie.
Don't worry, we're going to eat you with your shoes first.
Oh, dear god. That's surprisingly comforting.
Peggy needs the money. She'll take the shoes back.
Oh god. Before you do this dangerously brave and suicidal thing, I have one thing to ask you. What is it? Can I have the shoes back?
Also, if any of you are a little bit uncertain of how many points you have, like Michael, Michael, you're back to 8 points again. So you have 8 cold dice. Rick Make Stuff has 1. Let's see. I'm just going to see who's in the chat currently.
Let's see.
I have power. I am a moderator.
Lotra Jam / the conductor. You have 2. And Charlie's Dragon, if you're there, have 2.
Let's play. I want to kill something. We choose.
So yes. Just go with a gazillion. A bazillion. Yeah. Yeah. So,
8 or a gazillion.
we're gonna let you have a minute or two.
What?
To deliberate. Yes, Lutra, you have 2. Or maybe you have 1 because you did spend 1 last time. So yes, sorry, I didn't update because I see now in the other form that that's updated. So you have 1 left because you got 1 for joining the Discord as well.
God, they can figure this out and send you the info like over the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, let's
Meanwhile,
get back to New York.
let's get back to the settings. So last time what happened was that our investigators gathered up in New York, all meeting for the first time all together in 4 years. And they met up because they got a telegram from their friend Jackson Elias saying that he had some information about the Carlisle expedition. And that was kind of it. And he asked them to meet him in New York on the, I believe, did you write it down? Was it the 16th of January? Later on, he called them and sounded very out of sorts, very not like Elias, Mr. Elias usually is, and asked them to come to his hotel, where they went, only to find him brutally murdered on the floor of his hotel room with 3 what could only be assumed to be cultists climbing around the room trying to search for stuff. They managed to kill 2 of them and knock out the 3rd. And the police were called in. They had a conversation with the lieutenant, who could inform them that there had been similar murderers with a lot of similarities to this one over the last year or so. So they had a longer conversation with the lieutenant at the police station, where they were ruled out. Sorry.
He was a very talkative and nice lieutenant.
Yes.
Very helpful.
Well, he's brown, so he's probably used to shit from white people.
The exact opposite. I like it.
Yes. And
Aisling didn't trust him at all, though.
No.
Like, nah.
Too nice. Where was I? Yes, having spent some time at the police station, they all returned to have a bit of a chat together in Peggy's suite at the, I believe it was was it the Waldorf or was it the Astoria? I think it might have been the Astoria.
Waldorf?
One of Waldorf Astoria, I think it is. So that's the same hotel. Anyway, having some not very legal drinks during this prohibition, they sat down and tried to process what had just happened and what they had found. And Aisling gave a phone call to Jackson's publisher, Joanna Kensington, informing her of what had happened.
Did he leave?
Yes, the Waldorf is the Astoria. And I think that's where we left it after Aisling had spoken with Joanna Kensington.
Yeah, we hadn't. I mean, had we decided to go and meet? Because I think originally it was Aisling was going to go meet them, and the rest of us were like, "Don't split the team." Also, wouldn't it be really cool if, you turned up and then us other three just turned up as well? Like,
It turned up in our own trench coat.
yeah.
No, the reason why you didn't go anywhere that day was because it was midnight. But Aisling had agreed to meet with Joanna at Prospero House the day after, I believe.
So
everyone's spending the night at Peggy.
It's sleepover time!
There's certainly space. Like, yeah. So, did anyone note down what date it was? If not, I think it is.
Yes, it's the 15th of January 1925.
Yes.
But now it's the 16th.
Yes. Exactly.
I've just got it written down. 4 years later. Very helpful. Also helpful, I'll be back in 15 minutes.
I literally had also 2 p.m. NYU, Aisling's office. I wrote it all down, bish.
Nerd.
Yes, because you had a bit of something going
It's
on.
no job description.
And this is why you should give me the dice, because I take notes. There we go, thank you.
Literally, Aisling Burnell invented
dice to take notes. You don't need dice to take notes.
No, but I deserve them because I'm being really good.
Yeah, that'll last.
True.
Just wait till someone dies.
Fuck you.
There's gonna be all like, where's the carpet?
Hello, Babbling Goat, and welcome to your first Coloured Ice stream. Yay! As I was just saying, quickly wrapped up, our investigators have gathered in New York, seeing each other all together for the first time in 5 years after a rather interesting adventure in Peru, where they got to know a author called Jackson Elias. He writes books about death cults and is quite a daring, dashing type of person. Think, a black Indiana Jones in the 1920s. And He told them that he had some information about the Carlisle expedition, but when they came to his hotel room, he was found dead, murdered by what could only be assumed to be cultists, 2 of which they killed and 1 of which got arrested by the police. After a long conversation with the police, they all gathered up in Peggy, formerly Lynch, now Andrews, hotel suite, with a whole bunch of clues that you can see in the clue board here, and called Jackson Elias's publisher, informing her of his death, and Aisling Burnell has agreed to meet her the day after. It is now January 16th. It is a let's see, what is it? Hang on. Is it not Friday?
Seriously?
Was it not Friday? Yes, it was Friday. Yeah, so it is the 16th today. That is the Friday.
I mean, it's a Friday, so Archie's still in
Friday.
bed. Oh, Roro. Why? So mean. Yeah, also, Snow's right. Why are we calling them cultists? They could be, help me out here.
They're part of a cult.
But help me. Help!
Anyway, I do believe Aisling went, did Aisling and Archie go to Aisling's place
Yes, they did.
Wait, straight.
after to sleep? Or
Oh,
did they
no,
stay with Peggy?
No, Aisling didn't want to go home. She wanted to go to the university,
Yeah.
to her university place, and she did ask Archie, I can just give you the keys to my place so you come with me and just sleep on the couch.
Couch is good.
Cool.
So they're in Aisling's office. You have a meeting with Joanna Kensington at, I believe, 1 o'clock.
So we have the whole morning to lie in. Awesome.
So you
Yeah,
have some time in the morning to do any research that you'd like to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put out there she didn't sleep. So so she did most of the research during the night and like when the sun rose and all that stuff. So she, like, Archie could maybe do stuff in the morning when he woke up, but Aisling didn't go to sleep.
I like this idea. I am all Archie's basically. Good morning. I tried to make you some coffee. I tried. So you don't have tea?
Well, I do have. Her hair is like literally like put in a really, really messy bun.
Oh.
Absolutely like dark circles under her eyes. Like, it's fine. I don't need coffee. As she like shots the shots, like, it's one of the drinks she has like hidden in her desk, and like, it's fine. I don't need coffee. I just need answers. As she has, by the way, written also during the night a letter to Professor Anthony.
Cowles.
Sorry. You sent a telegram to Anthony Cowles and send a letter to Warren Bassett. She did that as well. Oh, written at least before sending it.
Bassett? Is that a Star Wars reference?
Bassett.
Cool.
Yeah.
Warren
So yeah,
Bassett.
the letter about being vague. Shit. It was indicate that we might be in possession of whatever they purchased, and she just wrote A. Burnell, not Aisling or Archie, just A. Burnell.
Well, it's one of them, so it's not the Burnell.
She didn't put professor in front of it, so.
Oh yeah, you're a professor.
I am a professor and don't need to lie about it this time.
Archie leans back on the chair. I mean, I could be a professor, couldn't I? I mean, if you could do it.
Professor maybe of idiocy, tomfoolery, being an absolute twat. Yeah, maybe.
Hey, that's 3. Can you be a multiple professor? Like,
Don't forget pharmaceuticals.
Just to fresh you a little bit up, because I don't know if you may have misread the letter or not.
Totally.
Because the letter that you are referring to is the one that was sent from Cairo, Egypt, 3rd of March 1919. It reads,
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Carlyle, your lawyer informed me that you seek certain knowledge of this land and its distant past, and I believe I can aid you in this regard. Inquiries in the old quarter have identified one Faraz Najjar in the Street of Jackals, who claims to be in possession of singular curios, which he believes will be of great interest to you. He is prepared to part with these items if a suitable price can be agreed upon, and I shall endeavour to make sure that matters are arranged to your satisfaction. Yours, Mr. Warren, M. Warren Bizarre.
Wait, his name's Bizarre?
Bessar.
Oh, right, thank God.
It's that, like, with 2 T's, right? That's how I wrote it. I don't know.
One T.
One T.
Besart. Bizarre.
Okay. Bizarre. Okay.
Yeah.
What I just wrote is what we what
Cooper
the conclusion we came
recognizes-
to.
Cooper recognizes the Bessart name as French.
Is Cooper there?
No, but he was
No,
there when you
Cooper's
found
not
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good Lord, because he was
So-
talking
So when we were
before.
talking about it.
Have I been taking anything? No, that's silly. Cool.
So he isn't necessarily looking for items. It was Carlyle who was looking for items and contacted him.
Okay, so I just wrote down that's the thing we need to send a letter about. So I don't know how, I can't remember how we got to that conclusion, to be honest, because it's been a while now, but that's literally what I wrote.
You made, you've probably not written a letter yet, but noted down that this is a person that this is a lead you should definitely follow up and find out more about.
Yeah, but she definitely sends when the post office or whatever is open, whatever it was in the 1920s, a telegram to Professor Anthony Cowles.
Yes.
Don't you have to go to a place.
Actually, you probably already know that sending it by post will take just as long, because he is he's not very fond of telephones and modern stuff. Letters is kind of like that's the level of modernacy he's comfortable with.
Okay, so
and
she just writes the letter then, and
you know
instead,
that his daughter goes checks his mail regularly. He doesn't. He doesn't like being contacted. He's a little eccentric, one could say.
a little hermit. Yeah, but she
Yes.
does write him a letter.
Yeah.
And does send it to him when the post office is open. So she does that while Archie is asleep.
Yep.
And tries to freshen up a tiny bit, like brush her hair and stuff before meeting Joanna.
A telegram by messenger should be quick. A letter will take weeks.
Something is sent, and it's gonna get there at the speed of plot. Done.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I did write telegram, specifically telegram. And that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I send a telegram. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
You know that it's still gonna take a while before he gets it because
Oh my God.
he's a weirdo.
For every
anyway.
time, every single occasion, there is like a door where the entire squad is bamboozled by turning a handle. There's another occasion where you get into the nitty gritty of how exactly you go and do this most basic of things. I would just take the message and yeet it 3 continents.
A message is sent.
It's because we didn't live in the 1920s. We have actually no idea
How doorknobs work?
how other stuff, normal stuff works.
Hey, watch it, you.
We
Back
don't
in
have
the old
doorknobs.
days, they hadn't perfected the technology yet. Okay, so there were hundreds of people every week who starved because they didn't know how to get out.
I would like to know what Aisling has been researching.
The actual Great Depression was people not being able to get out the doors.
Sorry.
And on that note, what she's been researching, Whatever she could. Oh gosh, I'm just. I should have reread my notes before the.
How about you sit down, reread your notes, and go through that, and we can
Yeah.
talk a little bit about what Thomas and Peggy are doing. Because Thomas, are you staying in the Astoria as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
So you may probably be meeting at breakfast.
Peggy and Cooper are having a lovely breakfast.
Continental breakfast.
Continental. Basically just chatting.
Yeah. Well, Peggy, I would like to go to the public library, or Ashley research something about the bloody tongue.
Yeah, we were gonna go there
Mr. Kumba?
afterwards.
What say ye?
Yeah. Cooper is following, I guess. No, it hasn't made any other.
You want to sit in the sidecar of Peggy's motorbike?
the sidecar.
I mean,
Or you can drive it in
can I try it?
the sidecar?
No, the cycle. Okay. I'm not going to drive the whole way. I just want to try it out. You know.
Of course. Peggy gives him the keys. I can delight in the sidecar for once.
Haven't driven a new police since the war.
Oh no. Please don't tell me this brings back trauma.
Oh god.
In the middle of New York.
Everything should bring back trauma.
I admit, I think I fell off the sidecar of doom. Are we talking about that now?
I think we should.
He hasn't driven a motorbike since the war. So flashbacks in New York with the tiny piggy in the sidecar.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting.
Yes. It is. If you haven't driven a motorbike with a sidecar before, you will have to roll a check to actually be able to use it, simply for the reason that it is exceptional weather right now. There was like a 2-day snowstorm on January 2nd. And the streets.
This is all I've ever wanted.
The streets are still kind of covered with snow in certain places, and ice, and there are sub-zero temperatures. It is freezing, and for someone who's used to driving cars rather than a motorbike in this weather, that is that is not easy. So you're.
At least with the sidecar, you actually
Peggy has more driver auto.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sidecar at least is a little bit more stable, but yeah.
Yes, that is true. But I think I think
motorcycles in general.
It might be prudent to let Peggy.
We're gonna
Yep.
get.
No, I'm ready to roll.
Half the team gets killed.
An accident because of slippery ice on the streets.
What did you roll?
34 out of 40.
Oh.
For
driving.
you have to make a hard success though.
Ha!
Hard success.
Yes.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah. So yeah, no. I think it's probably the case that you can't get the motor started because it's been so cold.
Yeah.
So, Sergeant Cooper, are we getting anywhere?
Well, your cycle has been out in the cold all night.
And She's handled what?
I mean, I can try.
She's handled New Orleans.
I can try again.
You do notice, though, that there's plenty of taxis. And then you can sit inside a car.
Sit in. I didn't catch the last bit.
Then you can sit inside a car.
Ah, good point.
Good God.
Promise, Sergeant Cooper, next time. Taxi!
And you don't have to worry about parking.
Peggy doesn't worry about parking.
That is the most Peggy thing you've ever said, I believe. Okay, beautiful. You have killed Rick. Hilda, have you gotten some more?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I just waited for them to be finished. So I would like to see if she can find. So there are two things. I know that they're going to the Library of the Occult later, but she wants to see if she can find anything in her own little library first.
Yeah.
So she's going to look at the symbols that were in the masks and try to find any books on that and about African death cults, specifically Kenya. And then if she can't find anything specific for that, she wants to look through all of Jackson's books in case there was a hint of anything there that she might have not caught before.
Let's see.
Should we have a drinking game element on this? Anyone who wants to be involved, every time the GM looks at the rule book, drink.
It's not a rule book. It's the campaign book.
Written thing.
A written thing?
Written things.
Chat?
Yes.
Tend to avoid them.
You do find some stuff. With the total with all the resources that you have in your office, you do find that as you remembered, this rune is occult from having been. I can't language. We try again. Peggy had noted that it was the cult of the bloody tongue, and taking that, you find out that it is the rune of a cult that thought to have descended from a sect driven out of dynastic Egypt. And it originated in Kenya, although its ongoing existence is unclear. So you also find out. You also find some notes, checking through books and such, and some research documents that you've shared with Jackson. That indicates that having a chat with Miriam Atwright would probably be a good idea.
Sorry, Miriam, what?
Atwright.
Miriam Atwright. One of the things that you found, if I remember correctly, was a letter from Miriam Atwright to Jackson Elias, saying,
Yes.
The book about which you inquired is no longer in our collection. The information you seek may be found here in other volumes. If you will contact me upon arrival, I will be most happy to further assist you.
You already contacted her.
Yeah, so that's already...
1 o'clock.
Already kind of used that link, if you will, or found that link.
Okay. Okay, so didn't really find anything new.
No, nothing new on those specific things.
Okay. Cool. At least she tried.
Did you find where your coolness went? Or are you...
My
Yeah,
coolness?
Yeah, are you still just a dork?
You know what? I was nice enough to let you sleep on the sofa. Do not try to test me right now, dear brother. I could kick you out on the street instead. There are loads of students that probably would give you their, I don't know, bench outside in the snowstorm. Would you prefer that instead?
I mean, I would say no.
No, I didn't think so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we run now?
Hmm?
I say we can move on now.
Yeah, okay.
But,
For sake of expediency,
yes.
I'm going to say that when was it you had planned to meet up, all of you? Was it around 11 so that you had some time to
Yes.
visit the library before Prospero House?
Wee.
Sure.
Yes. So around 11,
Yes.
Peggy and Cooper arrives at your office.
Thank God. Who comes in first? Oh, it's a silly question. Peggy.
I don't know.
Miss Lynch. Excellent.
Excellent.
Sergeant. I'm just kidding. Here, have some coffee.
You
It's
made
really
coffee?
bad.
Shut up.
It smells burned.
It is burnt. He tried, but massively failed.
Peggy takes a sip. Mm.
Don't lie, Peggy. Don't do this to yourself.
Deception chest.
Ashley, it's called manners.
I love that we're all frozen on the stream.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm just pretending.
I've never felt prettier. Oh, there we go. Now we're back.
Beautiful.
So, yes, this is why I avoid coffee. Also, I think it's working. So, how was your day? You look amazing. Maybe you could help my sister a little? Freshen up?
Excuse me.
Encounter water? Maybe...
I am
Sergeant Cooper needs
perfectly
to
fine.
freshen up. What?
I think he's talking to you.
Oh, man. Oh, actually, did you sleep?
Yes,
Lie.
I
need
did
some
sleep.
No.
I did sleep.
Right.
I do not need
Oh,
makeup.
handbag?
Excuse me.
Also incorrect.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Ivy,
fine.
you can make a psychology roll if you want to see if she's lying.
I will do that.
Really? You need to do that?
It's not like it's. Well, she did try to not braid, but like brush her hair and like look like an actual human being. But you know.
Yeah, but you failed that test, and your brush isn't straight. It looks like an omega line. It's like a...
So that's 15 out of 55.
Ha!
Yeah, she didn't sleep.
No.
She looks absolutely awful, but she's trying really hard to not be
Psychology.
done anything with.
No, it.
Also,
20.
Archie
So the
knows
No. Jump is 20. Psychology is there.
Aw.
No, yeah.
Oh.
I have to mansplain my own game. But anyway,
Is
so
come for the Burnell bickering, stay for the the marriage.
Peggy gives Aisling a hug.
Oh.
While she gives her a hug, she just stands there, stiff, and like with her arms like kind of like stuck. She just like pats Peggy, like, yeah, I'm fine, and just tries to like get out of the hug.
Not Aisling. Peggy lets her go, but holds her shoulders. If there's anything, you can tell me, okay?
Yes,
Not
like,
loud enough for the others to hear.
I mean,
oh, okay. She's like, she just looks at Peggy like, I'm fine.
Okay, you will tell me if you're not.
I mean, we're literally trying to face a death cult and trying to solve a murder at the same time, and also feeling like the entire world is resting on our little shoulders. Yes, I'm totally fine with that. Everything's great.
There you are. Wonderful. Now we can go.
Great, thank you.
Sergeants, will you be
Archie?
you know, are we gonna hug? Are you going to bring it in?
Archie.
No?
Do you need a hug?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
No one's hugged him since birth, so maybe.
Time it, ditch!
Okay.
Well,
Everyone's not being around you.
It's ruined the moment now.
Cooper grabs him and gives him a real bear hug.
Huh? Thank you for this moment. Oh, cinnamon? Oh.
It's the beard wax. Yes.
Oh, that's how you keep it so silky smooth.
Yes.
I learned something new today. Did you learn anything, sister?
I did.
Oh.
Thank you for asking. That's the first time, but nothing quite new.
Ah, so, not being a walking dictionary or anything, but to learn something is to have gained something you didn't have when you did not sleep. In other words, did you learn something?
Not to be the actual one with a successful life, brother. Yes, I did learn something. Thank you very much. Do you want to keep rubbing it in? Do you want to keep going? Because I can go.
That's fine.
And I have. She looks at straight into Archie's eyes, very intensely, I have not slept at all, and I've been reading every single fucking book in my library. Okay, do not test me today.
He pulls up a book that he'd been sitting on. Not all of them. I'm gonna.
She's I'm laughing, but Celine, sorry, I did the podcast earlier this week. Aisling, oh my god, so many friggin' campaigns. She looks at him straight in the eye, her eye twitches a bit, as almost in a cartoon way, one of the hairs she's tried to neatly brush back is boing, gone up.
And then she notices that the book that he's been sitting on is a dictionary.
I hate you. I hate you.
Thank you.
I actually rolled for this, and this is the first time. This is the first time during Dangerous Cults that I have rolled a legit fumble. It was 99.
So what you're saying is it's an American dictionary.
Yeah.
It's an American.
Yes, it's a British English American to English to British English
it's a book
to
about
American
slang.
English. Yes,
it's a book about slang. It's a slang book.
Q 3 hours earlier, Archie's sitting alone with his book, just going, "Oh, hey buddy, I'm walking here. Fancy that." Pants.
For the record, both Aisling and Archie has gotten one cold die from Charlie's Dragon.
I have 4.
So
oh my god, I can do anything.
down.
All right. Okay, Tommy,
So,
you can use me as a weapon.
I think this would probably be a good time for you to sit down before you go to the library and just go through the clues that you have and just see where that has you, see what you've got and what you make of them.
You've been trying to get us to do this for 2 weeks now, and all 4 of us are reading, thinking, so much. Hold that, you're up.
You have a corkboard that you can use. You can add little sticky notes, and you can add threads, if you will, even. So have a look at that and check.
I refuse.
What's there. Because going to the library is fine and all, but if you don't know what you're going to be looking for specifically, then you might have a tricky time finding anything useful.
Oh, Peggy wants to find out the Cult of Darkness.
Why would you do that?
Sorry.
The Cult of Darkness.
Yes.
Anthony, was it
Cows.
the lecturer
Yeah.
of Anthony Cowles? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that Aisling knows.
Mm.
And sent a letter to, or telegram.
At some point, Archie
I'm
would
just-
like
yeah.
to find out more about this Emerson's imports. But I'll let you get back to me,
Yes.
because Archie's lazy. He's going to get back on the sofa.
Do you even want to read, Archie, or do you just want it all to fall into your lap magically?
I mean, when you put it like that sounds like divine
You don't have to
providence.
join if you don't want to.
I just think that I would
I
get in the
mean-
way. I know. I can make some more coffee.
Oh no! She gives you like the newspaper clips that she was reading. Like, just continue reading this, and I'll make the coffee. God, don't ever touch coffee ever again. She goes and makes something for the gang, the group.
Oh, look. There's a penny dreadful.
So the Emerson imports that Rick was talking about is the business card
Silas
that you
Gillan.
found. It says Silas Nkwane or Kwane. Nkwane. Aisling has already pointed out that sounds like a very African name, and it's probably pronounced more like this. Nkwane.
Silas Nkwane.
But, backtracking a little bit, Aisling found everything she could about the Bloody Tongue cult. Or could we find that at the library?
Not everything. We will have to find more in the library because she didn't have all the books on
Okay,
it.
well, Piggy's very interested in that one, so she's sitting on that one.
Emerson Imports is in New York, so we could go visit. Actually, just walk up to Emerson Import and see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You also
Yep, we can.
you've also noted that the name in the back is written in Jackson's handwriting.
Oh.
Probably ask for this, Silas.
Yeah. Maybe there is a Silas working at Emerson Imports, and maybe we can talk to him.
Also,
Yeah.
NU Foundation is in London, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult to visit.
Well, impossible. Just distance.
the photograph, as Archie, you recognised, you realised this morning that it's the Bunt in Shanghai.
Sorry? The what?
Bunt in Shanghai. It's the buildings here. The is custom house. Interesting fact out of game. This picture is in fact wrong because this is the new custom house, which was technically, in the real version of this world, built in 1925. Or actually, no, I think it was finished in 1927. It was torn down in 1925. They tore down the old custom house to rebuild it. So this image that they've used here is historically incorrect. But because it is an RPG, we're going to pretend that happened a few years earlier. So that is the new custom house. And the reason why Archie didn't recognize this picture is because he's gotten used to the old one. Custom house, the Bund is the financial district, the kind of Shanghai's Wall Street, if you will.
Is it far from where the matches were from? Like that, the Stumbling Tiger Bar, is that far away from the Wall Street, pretty much?
Just a second. For the record, the Bund is written B-U-N-D.
Thank you.
Let's see. I need to just check some other notes here to answer this.
Just have a chilling piano playlist playing me right now, so I'm good.
Excellent. Let's see. I just need to consult the map. It isn't too far from it. Looking at maps of Shanghai, you know that. Let's see. Because what was the address it said again? Lantern Street.
Yes, it was 10 Lantern Street.
Yes. That seems to be. The Bund is on the. That would be the south side of the Wusong River, or Sushu River, and Lantern Street is on the northwest, I believe, northeast side of it, actually. On the opposite side of the, what is this river? Yeah, it's 2 bridges off from there.
Okay.
But it is in like the vicinity. They're both in Shanghai.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Cool.
I'm gonna just give you a Google Maps thing. If you see the stream window,
Sorry. Yes.
I will zoom in. Let's see. Here you see the Bund. This is the Bund.
Yeah.
And the Stumbling Tiger Bar should be somewhere around, from what you can see, somewhere around here.
Okay, so actually quite close to each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, very close to each other.
Yeah, cool.
What would the importance of this be, though? Is it the ship? Is it the place? Is it just
think it's the place.
Shanghai?
I think it's the place, that area, because it's literally walking, or pretty much walking distance from each other. So that has to have some significance of that area specifically.
Hmm. And Archie, you don't remember any specific about these places? You said you've been to Shanghai.
If you repeat that, because Rick was taking a
Yeah.
little walk.
Archie, do you recognize anything special about that district, the club and the port in Shanghai? You told us you've been there, so you're the only direct link we have.
Well, I mean, I said I recalled something of it. The building, I don't. It's more the skyline than the building, but
They were talking about both the Bund, which you recognise the picture was from, and Lantern Street and the Stumbling Tiger Bar.
oh yes.
The little matchbox.
Well, the Stumbling Tiger Bar isn't exactly some place one should frequent so often. I tended to avoid it. But I know the street.
You've been there. It's a
might
shabby bar.
I'm not going to admit to it.
Okay, yeah.
No, for the sake of the plot. Oh hell yeah! I slummed hard. I love that place.
So you were never inside? So you were never inside there,
I mean,
Archie?
I was. Of course, I was inside. But the point you're missing is, it was a very ne'er to well, not very good place. But whenever I was there, well, I felt I was the best thing in the room. Never underestimate that. That's why you should always, points to everyone in the room, choose your company carefully.
Yeah, that's why I'm regretting every single day inviting you to do anything with us.
Love you too. Sorry, Peggy. What did you say?
Thank you. Do you have any contacts there, probably?
I could certainly
Maybe.
look some up.
Just find out if there's any correlation between African cults and Shanghai.
You want me to ask it in that particular way?
No, your particular charm.
Oh, it's nice to be appreciated. It was literally the one time that's ever happened in this. Anyway, I can.
So there was a usefulness for you being in Shanghai and not telling anyone.
Who would have guessed? I can. I'm going to dig into that right away, and I make some calls. Leave it with me.
While we're on that subject,
Oh, good.
is the Penhu Foundation known to anyone of us?
That's a good point.
Is it, Mr. DM?
Yeah, it's kind of directed to the
Like,
yeah.
the foundation is like, what's it called? Charity?
Let's see.
Edward Gavigan sounds like an anime villain. Oh, Gavigan son. Hare hare.
Let's see.
Ooh, I've been practicing that. Hang on. Hare hare. No, I lost it.
Let me have a look, see at what I've got here.
We should use an actual diary for our characters' plans.
Yeah, now that you think about it, Aisling, the name Gavigan rings a bell. Because he's a respected academic in matters of ancient Egyptian antiquities.
Okay.
So, you don't
Some
know.
correlation with them.
You don't know him per se, but you know of him.
Okay. She shares that with the group.
Yeah.
She shares that with the group, yeah.
Well, I must admit, I haven't been that often to the libraries, but strange secret death cults doesn't strike me as something you'll find a lot about in a library.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but if they try to be secret, they wouldn't let that much information get out.
You'd be
Aisling
surprised.
looks him straight in the eye. Are you really saying you don't find what you need in the library?
Oh dear.
To
Yes,
me.
but what I'm looking for when I visit the library is something that's not that we're not trying to keep secret. We're trying to find out what helps people. What kills people, people try to keep a little bit secret.
Yes,
For
but
example,
that's the
we
thing.
have
That's the
weapons
thing.
that we...
That's the thing, Sergeant. That's the thing, Sergeant. That even libraries have secret rooms that only people that know people can get into. And that person is me. So we'll be fine.
But we also should look into the other parts, apparently. So this Gavigan, maybe we should try to contact him about if Jackson. Why did Jackson have his card? Why did Jackson have anything of any of all this stuff?
His connection to Jackson.
I think at this point, I think we're gonna say that you travel to the library because I think that might be prudent. And let's see.
I've got a car. That's right.
In fact, actually, I'm going to tell you right now that there isn't really that much that you'd be able to find at the library that you haven't already found.
Can we
Really, Aisling?
What?
No,
don't do this to me.
Yes,
no,
do
I'm
this.
saying this
No,
as...
he didn't. He didn't.
I'm saying this as information that Aisling would probably see that, you know what, we're going to need to talk to people and possibly get some more leads at this point before we can, because at this point you have some vague ideas of stuff, and if you were to go to the library and try to find out stuff about this, you might be able to find things, but it's a little bit wide right now. And with Aisling's experience and having done several degrees and writing several theses, she knows the signs of when your thesis structure needs narrowing down because it's too wide.
Or a narrative.
You can just tell us at the DM that we're not ready to go to the library. You don't have to.
You are more than ready to go to the library. It's just that I don't have that much to give you. So I'm gonna fast forward and say that.
But can we not have a bit where we go to the library and Ashley goes straight up to this diminutive, beady-eyed librarian and hits the table and looks her straight in the eye and say, "Take me to the back room," and they're all like, "What?" You know, where you keep all of the spells and the lists of the dead and the Ouija boards.
I'm gonna say no. And so we have we've had a little chat, everyone, and our players have decided that Aisling and Peggy will be going to meet Joanna at Prospero House at 1 o'clock, and Cooper and Archie will be travelling to check out this Emerson Imports.
Also known as Dream Team. Dream Team.
Streeting.
So, I think we're gonna start with Cooper and Archie, actually.
Can we drive in my car?
Yeah.
Awesome,
Oh, you
because
have a car.
I am wealthy. I also didn't squander my wealth on hiding the fact that I murdered my husband, like some people. But looking at you, Cooper. But I have one of them really big, long, Great Gatsby cars with yellow and black, and I call it the Honey Bee.
Oh, gods.
Anyway, we drive there in style, and Archie even has, like, swear to God, like, Biggles, like, biplane, sock with camel, glasses, and a scarf just to flutter behind him.
Not Bumblebee, asks Siggy.
Oh, Bumblebee's even better!
Right? Right?
What if it's like a spell problem and it's Dumblebee? But yeah, we're talking like... Huh?
Oh,
What's it called again?
Toad.
Right. Let's see. You're currently in the south of Manhattan, because that's where Aisling has her office. And Emerson Imports is in fact in South Manhattan. I'm just trying to find out where. Yeah, it's not too far from Times Square, in fact. So
Cruella DeVille. He drives like Cruella DeVille.
oh my goodness. And Prospero House. Let's see, where are you, Prospero House?
Wait.
14. Prospero House is on the east side of Times Square. So Emerson Imports is on the west side of Times Square. So they're both fairly close, which means that it shouldn't take long for the boys to join you later. So
Especially the way I drive.
yeah, it's freezing. You can see snow still lingering in certain parts of the streets as you drive. The company is found in a long, narrow building on the edge of the Hudson River, just beyond Hell's Kitchen. And there are loading docks at both ends. The building itself is a warehouse piled high with freight, with small sets of offices upstairs, it seems. Because you enter and that's pretty much
Is it
where
fenced
you're
off?
at.
Is it fenced off?
No.
Yeah, let's go up and ask
Such innocent times.
for some help then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, pull up in the car,
Mhm.
handbrake turn. Probably broke the engine.
Only I
Turn to Archie, pull the glasses up. There's like insects all over the glasses or something.
Oh, is it open?
Yeah.
Oh, you are freezing.
Oh no, it would be a skin top. It would have to be a soft top then.
Yeah.
So, do you think you could fit a Lewis gun to one of these things? I'm just asking for a friend.
I mean, technically, yeah, sure.
Excellent.
It would be difficult to aim it, but
Oh, it's a Lewis gun. You don't need to aim it, surely. Shall we? Bugger, it's cold.
Are you?
Yeah. There is
The two gentlemen were
there's
walking
not really
sticks.
like
Yep.
there's not really like a public entrance way per se, but it has like a fence, but it's open. It's not like locked or anything. And you see several workers walking back and forth, loading goods off of out of crates and such, and doing all sorts of normal work as would be in an import company. And when you ask, they point the way to the offices upstairs,
Mhm.
and say that the manager is upstairs, and you can have a chat with him.
What was his name?
Arthur Emerson.
Arthur. Interesting. Sergeant.
Yep.
What were we doing here again?
I mean, it says Silas and Kwame or something on the card, so I'm guessing we should ask for. Is there a Silas working for you? And have you had any contacts with Jackson Elias?
I mean, they're going to ask us, why do we want to know? What's your take on this? I mean, we can do things my way, but
And what is your way?
well, you see, first of all, we need to decide whether we expect these people are going to be problems or friends. Is knowing this person the reason that he died? Are there cultists in there? Or are they simply involved? We don't want to show our hand, is what I'm saying. So,
Yep.
when we go in there, we're going to say that this man was recommended to us. We do not mention Jackson Elias at all. When we use that line, we have to be sure of two things. One, the person we're talking to, are they alone? Two, where's the exit? Sorry, two, where's the exit? Because the second we give a show our hand, we may need to run. Also, are you armed?
Of course I am.
Oh.
So that last part, don't worry. That one is purely instinct.
Well, that's strangely comforting.
Archie, I was in the army. Looking for an exit is the first thing you learn.
Are you stood downstairs bickering for a long time?
No.
We're in the car.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is...
okay. So that
this
this
was
happened
before
in-
we
okay.
asked.
I would like to presume that we have some sense.
I don't know.
So what's that? The cultists?
Okay, so you step in, and when you enter the building, it's kind of like a big warehouse room, and you see a stair that goes up to your left, and it's kind of like almost like a mezzanine where there are offices. And you walk up. There is a sign on the second door saying Arthur Emerson. And there's a window into the room, and you can see that there is a man, probably in his 50s, white, sitting at a desk there.
Hmm.
There's also a window out towards the water.
How is just a question? How is Archie dressed?
amazingly.
Okay, excellent.
yeah.
That was what I wanted.
Okay.
Cooper stands behind Archie, props up a little bit, shoulders back, chest out, kind of looks like, tries to look like a gentleman's bodyguard to make Archie look more important.
Oh, also, your knee is feeling a lot better today.
Yes.
After being, having it a little bit knocked out of place, if you will.
Meeting the door.
So, there's, you hear a voice saying, yes, please come in. Or, yes, please come in.
Hello. I do believe you are Mr. Emerson. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm Arthur Emerson, and, who you might be?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I did rig ahead, but apparently one of the lines was down.
We didn't receive any calls, so, all right.
Don't worry, I won't hold it against you. It takes a seat. So, this comes out of the blue. I represent a series of individuals, a conglomerate, if you will, who are very interested in expanding to the States. Now, we've been recommended to you by a number of interested parties.
That's always nice to hear.
Right? That's what I said. Now they're expecting me to come back with a very proud American, no, we don't want anything from you dumb Europeans. As a Brit, I can completely see where you'd be coming from. But hopefully I see a businessman in front of me. So, if you're interested, I need to see you yourself and, let me see if I can spell this correctly, Silas Nkamwe? Kumwane? Am I saying that right?
Silas and Kwana.
That's the guy, yes.
All right. Well, he doesn't work here, but we do business with him.
Oh,
Yeah, he's one of our customers. So,
you don't say.
yeah, he, but, yeah. How would you be asking about, Mr. Nkwana?
Honestly, it's a bit of it's a strange situation, I won't lie. But
He looks genuinely puzzled, by the way.
I honestly not entirely sure myself. I've been sent here with things to look into. I can't go back empty-handed. These people don't tend to tolerate what they perceive as laziness. You don't happen to have his... I'm sorry for asking so forthrightly.
Is this about Mr. Elias?
Who?
Mr. Jackson Elias. He was here a short while ago asking about Mr. Nkwana. A very pleasant fella. I told him, well, I could, but,
Huh. Turns to Cooper. You ever heard of this Jackson Elias chap?
I think his name was. Yes, I think I've heard his name.
Huh. Oh, Tom here. He.
So you're interested in checking importers to find connections with Mombasa as well?
That might... Bear with me a second. He pulls out a notepad, looks at it. So, Cooper can see on the notes it's just very bad stickman drawings. Obviously one of them is him, and one of them is his sister on fire with lots of knives sticking in them. No, that makes a lot of sense actually. Yes, we're going for a connection to Mombasa as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. Excellent. This is very helpful. Do you have his contact details? If you're permitted to give them, of course. I would understand.
Well, I'm the U.S. agent for Arja Singh.
Sorry, who? Arja Singh?
Yeah, Arja Singh. He's he imports stuff from Mombasa and such, and he his only known U.S. account is the Juju House.
The
As I
Juju.
told Mr. Elias as well.
That's disconcerting that someone else would be looking for similar connections. He's not press, is he, this Jackson Elias fellow?
I'm sorry, my internet is really has a really bad connection, right? So I do not catch anything right now.
Is it working now?
Mine's perfect.
It skips. Yeah, it's
Good.
My computer is a little bit weird.
Okay, so what you missed was
So
basically
I lost everything.
from what point? What was the last you heard?
Last time we spoke.
From he mentioned the Mumbai connection?
Mombasa?
No.
Yeah, he basically told Archie that Elias had been checking importers to find connections with Mombasa, and that Emerson is the U.S. agent of a Mombasan exporter, Arja Singh, whose only known U.S. account customer is Juju House. He also gives you the address, which is 1 Ransom Court, New York City. And and that's where Silas Nkwana works. He's the one who runs the Juju House.
What is it they
So did you
specialize
catch
in?
any of that, Teddy?
Again, saying I'm sorry.
Could you repeat it one more time? We've switched earphones so he can hear better than me.
Okay. So Emerson tells Archie that Elias had popped by to find out about importers with connections to Mombasa. And Emerson is the US agent for Mombasan exporter Arja Singh, and whose only known US account happens to be Juju House, 1 Ransom Court, New York City. And he also mentions that this is where Silas Nkwana works, since you were asking for him.
Perfect.
I do have one concern.
I would like you also both to roll a psychology roll.
Yep, succeeded.
What did you roll?
41 out of 60.
You sense that he's when he says that last bit about that's where Silas and Nkwana works, he seems to shift a little bit, as if he's a little uncomfortable.
I do have one concern.
Yeah?
He leans forward and just gives the room...
Don't lean too far forward
right.
for the camera, though.
Not really. He leans forward and scans the room a bit as if he does it obviously like he's looking for cameras or... I don't have those yet, do they?
No.
Yeah, he's looking for, I don't know, the agents of the FBI or so, whatever. Point is, communists. But some of my clientele and associates do not travel in, shall we say, open circles. Is there anything I should be concerned about between businessmen?
What do you mean, though? Not traveling in open circles?
Allow me to
I
be
don't-
clear. Not everyone agrees with the way the government runs their business, or interferes with ours.
Oh, look, if you're trying to import some alcohol and stuff, that is, I don't do that sort of stuff. That's
Oh
illegal.
heavens!
Um,
Arthur. If I was going to approach you about that, I would certainly do it in a less obvious manner. No. I'm just talking
Alright.
about. Is Tom here enough to protect my interests? Should I approach Juju House?
oh,
Tell me true.
see, I don't know. There's just something about that guy, the iguana guy, that just gives me the creeps. You know, there's and I don't say that because he's a colored man. I say that because he's just there's something about him. You know, I don't know. There are some people you meet and they just, you know, I don't know, gives me the willies. I don't know. It's just, yeah, he just seems. I'm sure he's a perfectly pleasant man, and he's probably a very good businessman and all that, but I don't know. There's something about him that I don't like.
Well, in that case, and I always say this, I'll get in touch, but if anyone asks, it's probably best for you to maybe not mention that me and Tom here were here today.
Did
Until I get back in
something
touch.
happen to Mr. Elias?
I suppose it's best if you find out yourself, but when you do find out, take it as a sign that maybe you should trust your instincts about this place. From one businessman to another. Tom, was there anything you'd like to ask?
Yes, well, just while we're at it, you don't happen to have any business with the Penny Foundation?
Penny Foundation. No. I can't say that I can. No, I don't think I have any accounts with them. Nothing rings any bells. I would have to check my accounts, but if you leave a
Okay.
card, then I could get back in touch with you if I should happen upon any information that would be useful to you. So.
Mr. Burnell?
Of course. How to contact us?
There's a knock on the door.
Oh, thank God.
I'm terribly sorry. It's my assistant. He's a little late today, and there's a young man standing outside the door, and he looks a little bit anxious, and he just opens the door a tiny little bit. Am I okay to come in? Or, 'cause I got your newspaper, and I got your coffee. And he looks at you two.
Oh, we were just leaving.
Alright. Roll spots hidden.
Oh, is this going to be the alcohol?
Both of us?
Yep.
Nope.
Ah,
Nice. Fun.
yes.
What were those dice I got? I got rerolls, right?
Hmm?
Those
Cold
points
dice?
I got.
Teddy made it though.
Oh,
Yeah, 11 out of 6.
Oh, yes.
60.
shit, that's pretty good. Remember to tick that, because you'll get that.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, you notice that there is an article on the front page of the newspaper. And it says, author author murdered by brutal killers. Body found in Hotel Chelsea. That's all you catch. Actually, no, you rolled 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possible connections to Harlem murderers, and then you catch a name, Schoenberg.
Lusenberg?
Schoenberg. You also notice the newspaper. It's the New York Times. And you could probably easily get hold of a newspaper. The young man walks in, kind of like goes past the two of you a little bit uncertain. And
I whispered to Archie about the headline.
And the newspaper is put on Mr. Emerson's desk, and the coffee mug beside it, and the young man just kind of like sneaks out. He's like a little dog with the tail between his legs. He looks very, very apologetic. And Arthur Emerson glances down at the newspaper and is like, it's horrible with all these murders today, and wait, what's this? So this is about Jackson Elias, isn't it?
You tell me.
Well, he's been found murdered.
Oh, I hadn't heard.
All right, well then, please be careful.
Oh.
Mr. Elias was a good man. He didn't deserve that end.
No, he didn't. Do me a favour, will you? If you get any more bad vibes regarding this Silas fellow, get in touch with... Oh, bless, I'm trying to find the right policeman.
Yeah.
It's not Robinson.
Oh, it's Martin Poole. Lieutenant Martin Poole.
I'm going to put his name. Yeah. Get in touch with Lieutenant Martin Poole. Don't talk to anyone else.
Oh yeah, he's mentioned in the article.
Yeah. If you get a bad vibe, contact him. We were never here. And you don't know nothing. Not if you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Excellent.
So,
Arthur?
you fellas take care.
You too.
I don't want to see another article about you guys on the news.
It all fair.
Likewise. Likewise.
Yes, of course.
He seems absolutely genuine, by the way. It's not like he's given you a threat or anything.
Mr. Emerson? Adieu. He's like, Gesundheit?
And with that, we're going to move on to Peggy and Ashley.
Ooh.
I'm going to just find the right pages. Maybe.
Just saying, like, me and Cooper did an amazing job, and we're going to watch these two just set fire to a building, kill everyone, and then wrap them up in, like, carpets.
Or solve the entire murder.
I reckon it's actually Archie's sister who's the cultist.
I love that you say Archie's sister instead of just Ashley, you know?
I couldn't remember your character.
That would be great. Can I be the big bad? Bryn, can we talk about this?
mean-
Can I be the big bad of the campaign?
I mean...
We'll talk about this after stream, don't you worry. We'll figure this out. We'll put some... weave this into the plot somehow.
Murder and arson is very much in character.
Alright.
Oh god, yes.
Give me one moment. I'm just going to upload a handout for you to the board.
We are nearly at, I think, 100 followers. And
What?
I've told Rin that if we get over 100 by the end of this week, then
Next week, maybe. Or yeah, this week, yes.
you are changing the deal. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Yes.
Do
Because
you do that all the time?
I mean, you're not wrong.
let me finish. I'm gonna do something which is essentially
Something fun, but let's not take that now.
okay.
Let's take that after we've finished the stream.
I think we're busy.
I'm uploading that newspaper article because the two of you have picked up a newspaper. You probably have one delivered to your office, Aisling. So I'm going to upload that now so that you may have a look at it. And
Well,
for our
Aisling-
viewers, let's see, I'm just going to put that below there. For our viewers, the article reads, Author murdered by brutal killers. Body found in Hotel Chelsea. Possible connections to Harlem murders. By Rebecca Schosenberg. Manhattan, NY, January 15th. Author Jackson Elias has been found murdered in his Chelsea hotel room. The killers are reported to have used long knives to butcher their victim. Lieutenant Martin Poole of the murder squad stated that he's exploring possible connections between this murder and similar slayings in Harlem last year. Local resident Hilton Adams was convicted of the Harlem murders in October last and is awaiting execution in Sing Sing. Lieutenant Poole offered no opinion whether this new murder indicates that Adams had accomplices or is innocent of the earlier crimes.
So did she, did Aisling read this at all today? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. So she knows.
There we go.
So, I was thinking while Aisling was reading the newspaper, Peggy had ordered a, what is it called? Personal driver for the day.
No Cooper.
Okay. So she got the personal driver for a day.
Yeah.
Does it have? It's like a limousine kind of situation where we have
Yes.
champagne on the side. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Not champagne.
It's been a horrible day yesterday.
Yeah. There's no champagne
No, all the
because that's illegal.
No, yes. Shit, America.
Yeah.
Ah.
Soda pop.
Soda pop.
So, you arrive at Prospero House. You've been there before, Aisling, so you're familiar with the place. Peggy, you probably haven't. The offices of Prospero House are located on Lexington Avenue near 35th Street. This modest concern does not aim for the best sellers, but rather for books that deserve to be published, because they will interest select viewers of generations to come. Yeah. Let's see. You find Joanna's office quite easily, and she's expecting you. And
Aisling knocks on the door.
yeah, come in. It's open. You smell the scent of cigarillos when you open the door.
Yes.
And you enter to see a not too tall woman of quite a slightly stout build, on the heavier side. She's wearing a what looks like a tailored suit, tweed jacket, and a very nice velvet waistcoat. She also has a cravat. Her hair is bright red. Sorry. Bright red, and she has the classic 20s waves
Hmm.
She's also got one of those smoking rings, holding a cigarillo.
Mm.
Classy lady.
No, not so much self-insert. This
No, I know.
A
I know, sorry, that was
mix.
sarcasm.
Called out.
Sorry.
This
Called out.
this is very much a mix of the original character in this adventure, mixed in with Dr. Mac from Miss Fisher.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I was imagining.
Yeah.
So
Please.
has Peggy met her before?
Um.
Ashling.
Let's see. Has she met? No, I don't think she's met her. She knows of her, and Joanna probably knows of Peggy, but I don't think they've ever formally met.
Mm.
She's. Let's see. Find my notes on. She's in her early 40s. There's also like just a streak of white in her hair, but it looks cool because it's like just from her temple and back. Come in. Take a seat,
Joanna.
Ashley.
She sits down.
Joanna
So
actually
sorry,
goes
I called
over
you.
and to sort of give her a hug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As she does, Ashling again, very awkwardly, just.
Actually,
Yep.
she goes to give her a hug as if on like a habit, and then kind of remembers herself as like, oh yeah, and she just takes your hand and just holds your
Yeah.
hand like that.
Yeah,
You've met
you're
enough times to know that Joanna's definitely a hugger, but she respects your boundaries of the whole.
Ashley is not.
No.
As she just takes her hand, being like, "Yes, I'm so sorry I had to call you with the news. But thank you so much for seeing us today. I know it must have been quite hard."
I'm very glad that you did call. I would.
Oh, this is
I would not have
Peggy.
enjoyed learning it from the news. Hello.
Hi, wonderful
Mi-
to
Miss-
finally meet you. And she reaches out her hand.
Miss Lynch, is it?
Miss Andrews, Mrs. Andrews.
Mrs.
Yeah,
Andrews.
Peggy's
oh,
fine.
Our congratulations in order.
like Ashley just like stares at her, just tries to like shake her head.
Oh,
Complicated. We have
yeah.
other business. I
Yeah.
wish we met at better time.
Yes.
Condolences.
Absolutely. Thank
My
you.
deepest condolences.
I'm quite relieved to have had the night to process the shock. Yeah. I contacted Carlton Ramsey, his lawyer, and he got in touch with me just before you arrived, actually, to tell me that the funeral arrangements have been made, and there will be a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, that was
Oh, and
swift.
what-
That's wonderful.
So
When is the funeral, if I may ask?
let's see. I'm just gonna find the note. It's at 2
You might
p.m.
need to crash it
It's 2
today.
No,
What?
tomorrow. I would have let you know earlier, Aisling, if that was the case. It's tomorrow at 2 p.m. and at Cypress Hill Cemetery in Brooklyn.
We'll be there.
It's good to know.
I'll definitely get someone to send flowers.
I
The
appreciate
biggest
that.
post we can get hold of.
Oh, definitely. So, let's sit down. I have a couple of things I need to ask you.
Yes, please. She pours you both a cup of coffee, and there's a little tray with tea and sugar on the desk. And she sits down and lights another cigarillo, and
He pulls out her own cigarette, though.
yeah.
So, what do you know about the cult that Mr. Elias was looking into recently?
Well, as you know, he's always quite secretive about his work, but he said that. I mean, originally he set out to to look a little further into the stuff that happened in Peru. And given that Augustus Larkin was from Kenya, he figured he would try and find some more information on that, and then he seemed to stumble across something else. And
Does he have any research papers lying about?
he has some notes that he sent me. I've dug them out for you, and
Thank you.
there's a few things here.
It's okay. I'll read through them and try to note anything important after this meeting, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. She gives you 8 manila folders.
Oh, haha! Homework.
Yes.
A little bit of rich.
Each contains several sets of notes on his work on the latest book. And he kept bringing up the Carlisle expedition, and I won't lie, this is definitely what it was centered around. And he was. She stops, and you can see that she's kind of like grinding her teeth a little bit, and a muscle in her jaw is flexing, and she's blinking. Sorry, it feels strange to refer to him in past tense.
I know.
Take some time.
He was convinced that some, perhaps even all, of the principal members of the Carlisle expedition might still be alive.
All of them?
That's incredible.
Maybe. There. Here, she digs out a letter that's slightly crumbled. He sent me this in August last year from Nairobi. Dear Joanna, big news. There is a possibility that not all of the members of the Carlisle expedition died. I have a lead. Though the authorities here deny the cult angle, the natives sing a different tune. You wouldn't believe the stories. Some juicy notes coming your way. This one might make us all rich. Blood and kisses. Jay.
I don't doubt it, with information like that. So, are there any, what did he try to find from Miriam Altright? Do you know that?
Let's see. Altright. It was a book. There was a book he was looking for. What was that? Let me just have a minute. I can't remember, but there was a book he was looking for, and he said it could have some really, really important information.
But you can't remember which book?
No. But I'm fairly certain if you contact Ms. Atwright, she can help you.
I definitely will. What about someone called, I cannot write my own I cannot read my own handwriting in my own notes. Garrigan? Is that what his name was?
Gavigan. Yeah. Edward Gavigan is what it is.
Gavigan. I couldn't read what I wrote. I wrote it in such haste. Edward. What about Edward Gavigan? What connection does he have to Jackson?
Gavigan.
Ah!
Let's see.
Sorry.
Just
I'm just asking all the questions.
yes. Just give me a moment here.
I just know
Um,
something.
Here we go. Do. I d- in what connection? Do you?
If they had any, like the. Do you know anything?
I'm terrible. I'm terrible with names.
That's fair.
Off the top of my
I know-
head, I always write things down. I
That's
can't
okay.
remember specifically a Gavigan. Is it in?
What about Shanghai? Does that ring a bell?
Well, he was in Shanghai.
When was he in Shanghai?
Let's see. He was in Shanghai in September, October, or something.
Okay.
Last
And
year?
did he bring anything back of anything of interest?
Look, I'll show you these because you knew him and you know that it doesn't reflect him. She pulls out a little bundle of papers that look like they've been ripped out of a notebook. And she kind of gingerly puts them down in front of you. These.
What does she see?
These are some of the later notes that he. Well, his last notes that he handed in when he arrived here.
Okay.
A few days ago. I can't make out half of what it says, and there's a lot of repetitions. But I've written down what I could decipher from them, and you see that it's Jackson's handwriting, but it looks messy, like it's written under duress or yeah.
Like
Like she
look
said,
like code.
no, they do not look like a code. They look like someone has like what something would look like if it was written by a person having like a full-on panic attack, you know, or and
Like a doctor.
there's a little paper on top with Joanna's handwriting on it, and she says, "I've these things were the few things that I managed to decipher from all the page. I've separated them with gaps between to indicate that they're from different locations of the notes."
Okay.
Oh, you're good at reading, Aisling, so maybe some homework?
Basically, what
I'll definitely read through all of this.
what it says is just one small page worth of writing that's like the stuff that Joanna could decipher, which says, "Many names, many forms, but all the same and towards one end. Need help, ... Too big, too ghastly, these dreams like Carlyle's. check that psychoanalyst's file. All of them survived. They'll open the gate. Why? ... So the power and the danger is real. They ... Many threads beginning ... The books are in Carlisle's safe ... Coming for me. Will the ocean protect? Ho ho ho, no quitters now. Must tell readers, must make them believe. Should I scream for them? Let's scream together ...
Oh.
No.
Do you mind if I keep this page, Gianna?
You can
Or at least copy it?
go for it. You can have the page. I would rather you didn't take the notes though, because
What do you mean?
I don't want
she
them.
looked at the folders, like, you mean these?
Oh no, you can take those. But she means the little bunch of papers that she had. Yeah, the scribbles. I
Okay,
I don't want this to get out and possibly squander his name after his death.
I
Yeah, it doesn't
I
look
would
good.
never do that.
I know.
You know that.
I cannot understand what could have happened for him to write like this, write these things.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got the best people on it, and we will find out. Is there anything else noteworthy, anything else that we should know before needing to head out? Again, I know this is not the best or the funnest meeting we could have had, but we need as much information we can get. So if there's anything you haven't told us, we need to know.
Yeah. She let's see. She gives you the letter that she received from Nairobi. And let's see. She tells you that a short while later, after that letter from Nairobi, she received the notes, which is in one of the folders. And Elias then sent her a wire from Hong Kong to say that his inquiries were proceeding nicely. She also dates that to, let's see, where's my page? I believe the 19th of September last year was when he wired her from Hong Kong. And she informs you that after that, she didn't hear from them until the middle of last month, December 16th, when he wired from London. And he was very excited and sounded a little bit unstable. And he said he'd been in London for a few days where he'd dug up a lot of stuff.
Does she know where in London? Or just London?
She just says in London in general. And he told her that that he'd seen unbelievable things. He mentioned
Could
some.
Could the place in London have anything to do with the Penn Hugh Foundation in Tottenham Court Road? Again, it's Edward Gavigan's
Penn Foundation.
place, but...
Possibly. I'm not sure. I think it rings a bell, but I can't place it. But thing is, when he sent that wire, he said that there was some plan or conspiracy of like monstrous worldwide proportions, and he said that there was like a timetable, and that he needed to find the missing pieces. He mentioned needing to go to Australia, and he wouldn't, or I don't know, couldn't explain more.
Australia.
Because that's when the wire ended, and he said he'd be in New York soon, because he took passage on the Phalarope the next morning, and that
London, Shanghai, Australia.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So he was first in Shanghai, then Hong Kong, then London, then New York again.
oh, he was in Cairo before
was
London.
Egypt.
So yeah, he.
Okay, can we get the whole travel map? So where did he go first?
So
Place.
let's see. First, let me just find out.
Oh, wow. We need to sit down with all these
Yes, you do.
notes.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so she tells you that Jackson left New York on May 25th, 23, so 1923. You also knew this because you met him before he left.
Yes.
And he was initially bound for London and Paris, but instead he went from London to Nairobi, Kenya.
Mhm.
And that was on the 23rd of July, 1924.
July
Yeah.
1924.
Yeah. So he started this work in 1923.
So this has been over a year. The way
Yeah.
he
So
to Nairobi.
it was first on the 23rd of July, 1924, last year, that Joanna says that's when he seems to have found some new leads, because he decided to go to Nairobi. That was at the mid-July or something. And then he arrived in Nairobi on the 23rd of July, 1924. And
then after that, was it Hong Kong on the 19th of September?
Yeah, because he wrote the letter from Nairobi on the 8th of August, 1924, to Joanna. And then he wired Joanna, telling her that he had arrived in China and Hong Kong 17th of September, 1924. And 2 days later, Joanna got the wire, so 19th of September.
Yeah. And then 16th was London again. 16th of December.
Before that, 4th of October, 1924, he departed from Shanghai to Cairo. And Joanna's a little bit uncertain when he arrived in Cairo, but she knows that he was there in November. And or beginning of November, most likely. And she knows that he arrived in London end of November, beginning of December, probably, because she got a wire from him on the 16th of December 1924. And then he travelled from London to New York on the 17th of December 1924. And he arrived in New York on the 13th of January this year. So a few days ago.
Just in time to die.
But
Good
wanted
lord,
to
there's a lot of
go
information.
to, Australia. Sam?
Apparently,
He never did, but he had the flyer. He had the flyer for the thing in Australia.
yeah, he was talking about Dr. Cowles, Professor Cowles, or yeah.
He's a friend of mine, so I'm definitely gonna be contacting him.
That's helpful.
I wish I could give you more. I really
given
do.
us plenty.
Mhm.
You have given us a lot, but I will be, contacting you again if there's anything else we need.
Please do. And if there's anything I can help you with, then let me know. I'm not exactly a private investigator, but I do have contacts, and yeah,
Well,
if there's
neither
an
are we. We're just, well, she is, not me.
So we'll
I'm
figure
just
this
trying
out.
to find out what happened to a friend.
We will absolutely figure what happened. And why a friend is... Yeah.
And I think, let's see. Yeah. Do you want to fast forward a little bit? Or do
Yeah,
you
that'd be
want
great.
to sit down and do some research and just talk about the clues that you've been finding?
Yes, please.
Because then I think that you probably say your farewells.
Can I better? Just a
Joanna.
little bit?
Yeah?
Just because I think they missed over it. Or maybe I went wrong. But I do recall them saying something about the books are in Jackson's safe.
Carlisle's
No, in
safe.
Carlisle's
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
Aha!
So we need to find something about Carlisle's safe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And get into it.
So I'm just going to say that you bid your farewell to Joanna. She gives Peggy her card so that you can stay in touch, and you probably exchange cards so that she...
Yeah, I was just going to say Peggy gives her a card.
Yeah. And you meet up somewhere, either at Ashling's office maybe, or at the hotel.
Oh.
Where do you want to go, Peggy? Do you want to go back to your hotel or my office?
You're probably joined by the lads when you walk out on the street to get your ride.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hotel.
yeah, but she still just asked Peggy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be the
Well,
hotel.
just asked Peggy.
Actually, I think we should go back to your office.
Damn it.
Because if we have questions about book, you've got book.
True.
So
It's
it would
true.
be nice to go to my...
And my office
room.
is no stranger. True. My office is no stranger to scattered papers everywhere. So let's go there.
research.
We'll go. Go to the university.
It's gonna smell of bookworm. It smells of bookworm.
Asshole.
Smells of asshole. Wait.
You are one. Okay. Yes, we are back in the university.
It's literally how the siblings greet each other. Hello, bookworm. Hello, asshole. Ooh.
Yeah. There's no love there.
Only when it's needed.
They were never taught love, so they won't show any.
Didn't the Peru bomb them forever?
Oh, no. God, no.
No. Oh, dear me. So,
Certain death together?
not
Would
close
that bring
enough.
people closer?
Wasn't close enough.
Okay. Well,
You would think so,
Just normal
but
people.
you know the distaste I have every time I see Archie, I just get a really, like, you know when you see something sour, and even before eating it, you just feel it. That's how I feel every time I see him. So even like near-death experiences won't fix that.
Good thing you bought a house together.
Oh no, we didn't buy a house together. We just bought back our family house in Ireland.
I see. Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Which the servants are living in now. Rent free. So yeah. What did you guys learn?
What did you guys learn?
Well, since you asked. Sergeant?
Well, we learned where we could find this Silas fella.
Oh, he's a real person. That's wonderful.
Apparently he runs a juju house at Ransom Court here in New York.
Is it the name Juju? Or is it about Juju?
It's the name.
Who knows?
It's the name. Apparently they specialize in connections to Mombasa. Also... It gave our man there, the chap we spoke to, it gave him, as he described it in his own words, the willies.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, but I trust the man's instinct. Also,
and he seemed to be quite familiar with Jackson.
Yep.
Almost at the level of friendship, maybe. At least close associates.
And
Interesting.
Jackson was actually looking into the Juju house in Silas.
Okay, so that's the lead.
It is.
Not a waste of time.
Okay.
That's good.
It's also the lead that may have got him killed.
I mean, not to pull any stereotypes, but a place like that just seems to be a good place to pick up cult-related artifacts or knockoff artifacts, like the masks.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been written 1th ransom house. I think it's 11th ransom. No, not house. Ransom court.
What the-
1th. It's the 1th.
When you fuss but you can't, brother. Yeah. Anyway, what did you learn?
Jackson? I think we have to watch out for our mind while we research all of this.
Yeah. Aisling brings out like 8 folders of research. Like, dunk. I need to read all of this. So I'll get back to you with more details after I've done it. But right now we know that he traveled a lot from 1923 to around this time, January. So he left New York in May. Then he went to London. Then went to Nairobi, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Cairo, London, and then New York again. And all of that in the span of almost, under 2 years.
Cooper, he was talking about Australia at some point.
Oh.
You never went, though.
Probably to visit that Australian professor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oop.
So you really wanted to go there, but
Yeah, I haven't been. I haven't been
Death
back,
happened.
back there well since I was scripted into the army.
She
Oh,
shows the letter that was transcribed to the boys.
Oh,
The
Dreams?
where he goes a bit
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is this Jack's?
yes.
Yeah.
it's
And
not a
this was
science
only
book.
what Joanna could just transcribe from the 4 other pages that were there. It seems like he was writing in states of panic, and this should not leave this room, but this is what we have left of it, at least.
You also,
Yeah.
Aisling, also just quickly skimming through the notes that she had gone through. She had done a better job than you could, because some of the stuff just looked like blotches to you.
Yeah.
But
She's used to read.
she's
I mean,
she's an
she is
editor, and
Yeah, she's an editor and a
Yeah.
publisher, literally, so
Yeah.
she should know.
yeah.
When was this? You said? When did he write this?
It was... Fuck, I just wrote this down. When was this, Keeper?
There's no specific date to it, but from what she said, these were the last notes that he handed over.
So it has to be
So
December.
they're the recent,
Around December.
so the most recent ones. So from the end of last year.
Yeah, so December. So around
Yeah.
when he was in London, at least.
Yeah, possibly a little
also-
earlier as well, because she didn't hear from him after he wired her.
Yeah, so around
If
Cairo,
he
London
was-
time.
If he was panicked, he might have done something stupid.
Well, he was
did do a lot
excited,
of research
apparently.
into. Yeah,
He ended up dead. So
yeah. I mean, excited and not careful when researching death cults might result in death.
True. But another thing that was quite interesting, he thinks that all of the people in the Carlisle expedition might be alive.
All of them?
None of
very
the
adamant about it.
I mean,
the
that's
authorities
just
would say no.
mental.
No, but I do believe that he was onto something. Apparently, all the authorities said that, he that was tomfoolery. But apparently, if he talked to the locals, they were very adamant that they were still alive, and that is probably why he was so excited and connected it to cults. So there has to be some connection to those two.
I don't suppose I could convince any of you to just maybe drop this and let's all go to England and get drunk.
No.
Look, Archie, if you want to go to England and get drunk, no one's stopping you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so why don't you just leave?
Don't know.
Me neither. So, do you want to sit here and be useful?
Fine. Look,
I mean, before you judge your brother, Ashling, he was quite useful at the at Emerson Import.
what? Seriously?
What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
We should have got that at the same time. What?
Yeah.
It might be difficult. Okay, I'm just going to level with you. It might be difficult to see it from the inside, but your
Huh?
brother has quite a way of talking to people.
Huh?
Might prove useful.
Might? I'll take it.
Mm,
Here's my just a small idea of mine. We have an address. We have a name. If we pay Silas a visit, Archie might be our best option to go in and, well, lie his ass off.
well, he's good at that, so I'll give him
Exactly.
that.
Oh, thank you.
That's the only thing you're going to get from me, so don't let it get into your head.
Penhew. What do we know about the Penhew Foundation? What do they do?
Sorry.
What do they do?
sorry. The Foundation. I don't know. Do we know?
You recall that Edward Gadigan
Mm-hmm.
is hang on.
What have they
Let me
found?
just find a note of that.
Was it while the keeper's looking for that?
Mm.
Aisling, did you ask the publisher? You said Jackson went to Shanghai.
He
Did
did.
Jackson visit the Stumbling Tiger?
She didn't know a lot. She just knew that he went to Shanghai at that time. But I would like to take an educated guess and say yes.
Yeah. Because then this seems to be, if I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till then. But do the rest of you remember? Did we find the matches with Jackson or
Yes.
with the
At the
murderers?
murder scene.
Okay.
Yeah, we found them with Jackson. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's why I'm taking an educated guess and saying that, yeah,
Yeah.
he went there. He didn't tell Joanna a lot of details with his travels, so just where he went and ish when he was there. So we just have to fill up the gaps ourselves.
He was obviously looking for something. Look, the reason why I ask about the Penhew Foundation is actually because, well, the connection to the Carlisle expedition is Aubrey Penhew, I would assume. Now, this chap's an Egyptologist. This whole
Yes.
thing seems to be surrounding knickknacks and old things, books and little, I don't know, rocks.
That was very, very specific of you, Archie. I'm very proud of you. Yes, it usually is about knickknacks and old things and books.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. Oh wait, yes I can. Your mouth is moving. Of course.
Yeah.
Regardless.
And I'm talking to
Keeper,
you.
meta question.
Yes.
Would Cooper know anything about smuggling due to the fact that he's been up and down Africa, France with the Legion?
What kind of smuggling do you mean specifically?
Okay, basically colonizing smuggling. So they take
Black
the
market.
things, they bring it back. How do they resell it? Because I have an idea, but would Cooper have that idea?
Possibly. Possibly.
I
So-
mean,
But yeah. What's your idea? What does Teddy?
My idea is that, well, all these knickknacks from Mombasa can be sold or given away to cults. Will buy, for example, knockoff houses like a Juju house, which has been done before in real life, that actual artifacts are being sent as cheap knockoffs, but kept in store. And when the right people come in, they're like, oh, we're going to buy this obviously fake mask that in real life an actual artifact.
Yeah. You're probably quite familiar with that.
So
Both because you've probably seen it happen in Australia before you left, and then learnt a lot more about it once you joined the Legion.
So I'm going to tell this idea to the rest of the team, and
Yeah.
Silas might be a reseller of actual artifacts through a knockoff front.
Yeah.
did we identify the masks as being a particular country's mythology?
Yes.
Which was?
Not mythology, but you
Culture.
pinned it
Africa.
down that it's connected to an African death cult.
Kenya.
A Kenyan specifically death cult. And Aisling found some stuff on that.
Stupid question. Where is Mombasa?
Mombasa
Mombasa.
is in Kenya. Let's see.
I'm gonna Google this. It's okay. You're gonna be flipping through that book all day. Wait, hold on.
Easy in Africa.
Did it place-
For the record, Penhew Foundation. Edward Gavigan was familiar to Aisling because he is a
Nailed it.
respected academic in matters of ancient Egyptian antiquities. And he is the director of the Penhew Foundation. Yeah. So,
I suspect that
and,
our
and Mombasa is in Kenya.
yes, I know. I just found out myself. 2 people told me,
Yeah.
and then you told me.
Yes.
So I think it's correct. Specifically, the coast. Now, we have crazy murdering cultists using African, Kenyan knickknacks. And then we have the people that killed him and Jackson investigating the Juju house, which imports such knickknacks into New York. And I guarantee you there are probably less than 3 of those in the entire state. So, can we presume at this point that when we do visit them, we go armed?
Yeah, sure.
We always go on.
I mean, bold of you to assume that we ever go unarmed.
This is true.
Sorry, I'm just
I just wanted
my
to
dog
see-
is
I-
barking. Give me a second.
Cooper looks at Peggy and taps his chest on, looks at where Peggy normally has her gun hidden
Gun and her walking stick.
and her walking stick. So
Okay.
bold of you to assume.
Did you just say point to his chest?
He
Was
has a gun strapped at the side of his chest. Yeah.
Right, sorry, I just misheard that. Suddenly I'm like, is that where Peggy keeps her pistol? Has
Wow.
that
Can hide a lot of things there.
and a walking stick.
True.
Sorry, my dog was just going a bit crazy. So
Also, I'm guessing you informed the others of the funeral.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's really important
Oh.
information.
Yeah. Are we going to that funeral?
Of course we are. We bring the
Of
biggest
course we are.
flower bouquet we can find.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can Aisling send a little note to someone to, I don't know, or a florist or something, call someone up to
Yeah.
order flowers?
Yes.
I'll make some phone calls.
Wait, who died?
Aisling.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Archie,
Oh, I just
the
relived.
guy that we're actually trying to research because he died.
Your
Because
friend.
there is no answers.
I have a hard time believing he's gone.
Oh, don't give me that
No.
inside check.
I don't even know.
I was gonna say something, but
What?
Peggy. What were you
usually it's very hard to realize someone is gone.
Well, now you just made it awkward.
And I think with that, we're going to wrap it up.
Cool.
Because
Oh, okay.
we've just passed 3 hours.
Are we going to raid the Juju house?
So, before we wrap everything up, it's gotten quite late in the day now. And you have a lot of clues and new leads. You have notes to read up on. And a funeral to attend. So I'm thinking next time we'll start on the Sunday with the funeral. And I'll upload the notes so that you can read through them.
Sorry, I got really confused for 1 second. Like Sunday, don't we stream on Mondays? I don't understand. And now I got it.
In game, the day after.
In game Sunday.
Yes,
Got really confused
Tell
for
you,
a second.
we
I was
need
like,
an
what?
we need an in-game calendar.
yes. You have an in-game calendar, indeed. So that you basically spend the rest of the 16th to go through your notes and leads and such, eat some food, maybe even have some sleep. And then for our next game session, we will start at the funeral.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I have nothing to wear.
Yes. Also, Rick has a few crazy ideas. Why don't you tell us about your little crazy ideas?
I occasionally GM and I suck at it, so I make up for that. I make up for that by bullshitting and improvising my way out of all sorts of stuff, right? So I decided that if we hit 100 followers before
the end of this week,
then I will do a improv challenge where you guys get to send me some things like whose line is it anywhere, where you have an object, an NPC, a task, a thing, so whenever I get to a point, I'll be like, and then you walk down an alley and you meet Ted, and just Ted the flatulent Tarrasque, and I'll have to just keep going with it no matter what.
So basically,
I love it.
Improv theatre put into the context of an RPG.
Yeah, want to see how
where
far to take
basically we don't have any
plot?
campaign or plot. It's made on the go. Mad Libs, yeah.
That's fun. That's really fun.
So tell your friends, get them to follow us, and spread the word. What?
Nothing. I'm just thinking to myself now how unprepared I am for this.
I'm ready.
My suffering.
It's not the whole point of not being prepared for it.
Yeah,
Like,
Is that the whole base?
That's yeah. It's like, isn't it meant to hurt? Yeah. That's yeah. That's that. We'll see how it goes, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so we've made some headway. There hasn't been a lot of action this time, but I think
didn't do any rolls this.
no. But this is kind of the what can I say? This is the hallmarks of this campaign is that it is very much investigation heavy, especially in the beginning where you have no idea what's going on. And you just have to start, following those threads, and then things unfold. And yes, Call of Cthulhu is not primarily an action RPG. It is very much a mystery investigation RPG. And that's one of the things I love about it.
I'm not, as people that watch Summerburn know, I am not a combat DM.
No. You're a let's make our players cry.
I'm so proud of you. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Somewhere Bound, I swear to God, it was the Wayward Wanderers. No.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was the Wayward Wanderers. You managed to make all of your players and half the chat cry.
Yeah.
Rain was crying.
Yeah.
I wasn't. But...
I just know one thing. I know my players, and I have a feeling that I know my audience. And I was like, I think I just woke up and chose emotional distress.
Yeah.
What the heart wants. The heart gets.
You have the hype train, and then you have the feels train.
Oh yeah.
Poor Ree.
So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, especially when I had to keep my. I mean, I am a horrible sadist, so I wanted to laugh throughout the entire thing, but I had to keep myself calm. I had to stop. I had to do not laugh at their pain. It's not a polite thing to do, but my lord, did I want to.
It's not accepted in all social circles. When someone stubs a toe, most people are like, oh, share your pain. There's a Hulda in the corner. Ha ha! Do it
Where
again.
did that come? Michael's like, where did that come from? It came from me needing to remind people of a lot of plot things that are gonna happen later, and had no idea how to do it. So I was like, dream sequence, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's a lot of things that they need to know.
Good old Schadenfreude.
Ich liebe. Oh.
So, yeah, with that, thank you all so much for joining us in the chat and watching. And I will make sure to put up the Jackson Elias timeline on the board so that you have that. And also, I'll put the calendar up for the 1925 calendar. And we will be live again on Wednesday this week because we'll be having Among Us. So if any of you in the chat want to join and play Among Us, join the Discord if you haven't already. All the information is there. And on Monday again, I'll be streaming some more Call of Cthulhu, the PC game. So, yeah. And in between there may be some more Rick and Rin plays Phasmophobia.
Wait, what?
How is that game?
It's
Do you
fun.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can have a Rick and Rin introduces Evie to Phasmophobia.
Gradually. Rick
It's been
leaves.
so interesting, but I have no one to play with.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Would you guys like to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would
Excellent.
Yeah, I like seeing people scared.
be interesting.
I don't think I'll be scared. I'm just gonna be horrible at play.
Just confused. How do
Yeah.
I spent half the time asking myself, how do I pick up this torch? How do I drop the camera? How do I
Oh, it's
place the
like
camera
in
without
Star
dropping
Wars.
it?
You had no trouble dropping things.
No, it was placing it that without dropping it was a problem. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for the subs, Michael, and everyone else who subscribed. Thank you so
Laura,
much.
But
That means a lot, and I can't wait to get going with episode 3 in 2 weeks. So take care, everyone.
looking forward to the funeral.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Should we start saying just stay mad? As in madness. Stay
No,
mad.
Oh,
We should wear black. We should wear black.
that's
Oh.
a sign off. Yeah.
Stay mad.
Wait, what?
And next time we'll be all gathered at my house again, so we'll actually be able to see each other and not have such an issue with sound.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope.
And
so.
screens and everything.
Yes.
Let's hope so.
Fingers
we,
crossed.
We never know.
Fingers crossed. We never know.
Especially me, I'm not. I don't live in Oslo, so we'll see with me
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
If
That's
I
fair.
am
Stay
able
crazy.
to go to Oslo.
Yes. Anyway, take care, everyone, and see you soon.
Good night, everyone. Don't read any long books.
Bye.